The title of this video is Absolute Mad Lads. Again, this one is MEMRI TV. I have no idea what's that or what to expect, as always from Dankula videos, right? And that is a beautiful thing, so let's watch it.
Now, we all know the Middle East as a region is known for being somewhat eccentric. With it being the cradle for civilization and all that, you would expect them to be beacons of high society and a shining example of proper form and etiquette. Well, it turns out, no, actually, the Middle East hasn't been like that since around the 600s.
Okay, Melody, thank you for coming.
Wonder what happened there. But anyway, instead, it's become a quagmire of political, theological, and geographic conflicts that we all know and roll our eyes at. Now, with Middle Eastern affairs being as infamously volatile as you all well know, you could only imagine how ridiculous their respective television networks would be by extension. And today, we're going to cover everyone's favourite. The one that has brought us the best quotes and memes from the other side of the Levant. MEMRI TV.
What the fuck is MEMRI TV? I don't know, what is this? He's opening solo level like this? Yeah.
Please leave a like and a comment on this video because it really helps me in the algorithm.
No, it doesn't.
That ever familiar smell. Christmas, how I love it so. Do you not cherish it just like I do? It's got the sharpened wintry notes of a year's end and the warm and loving aroma of a Christmas dinner and eggnog. Whatever that is, probably some yank nonsense. But anyway, no, it's not any of those things. It is instead something even better. It is your path to freedom from that one bad habit that's been haunting you for far too long. That's right, boys. It's my beloved, lovey-chuddy, bubby-hubby, stud-muffin, smoochy bear, Fume.
Even if you gave me a script to read that thousands of times, I wouldn't be able to say what he just said.
Fume is the gold standard in flavoured air devices that's been making waves in the scene and blazing trails, managing to attain the status of premier without any need for such things as electricity or vapour. He's all air in there. With a masterfully crafted wooden chassis, you can suck 'em dry.
Here we go.
Whilst being able to fidget with the shaft.
Here going, yeah.
Because that controls how much flavour hits your throat with a cleverly designed airflow valve that satisfyingly clicks with every tug and twist. Sometimes, when I close my eyes and I can't see, the dark scares me. But I find the courage to go on by dulling these stressful thoughts with a hearty suck and tug. But hey, that's enough glazing the shaft. What about the flavours? Well, I'm very, very glad that I made you ask, because Fume has an incredibly tasteful and varied catalogue for you to choose from. From crisp mint to orange vanilla, I can assure you there's a taste profile perfectly suited for your developed taste buds.
I'm glad I made you ask.
I can actually time travel. When I close my eyes at night, I'll wait a few seconds and then open them, only to reveal that it's actually the daytime.
This taxation
How crazy
stuff.
is that? What's that?
Very good.
You want to know my preferred flavour? Well, I'm part of Team Black Licorice. I've been waking up every morning proudly blacked. And let's just say, ever since I got Fume, I've been able to say Auf Wiedersehen to my cutlery addiction.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My staff can actually get plastic.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Thank you, Fume. What does that even mean? Thank you, Fume.
I forgot, by the way, what does that mean, but I think it's German, because I remember I learned that word back then, but I forgot the meaning.
Ho ho ho, it is a very Merry Christmas with you, Fume. I don't want to go back into the stocking. So you can grab that old vape and stop returning its calls. It should try getting a job. Because Fume is here, and it should be worried about him. So, if you want to get in on this action and join 700,000 other fumelings in finally vanquishing that one bad habit, you need only scan the QR code on the screen or go to tryfume.com/Dankula to get your free topper when you order a journey pack.
I just remember
Again,
Guten Morgen,
scan the QR code
Guten
on the
Tag.
screen or go to tryfume.com/Dankula for a free topper
My
when you
pronounce
order a
is
journey
terrible,
pack.
but I remember
Merry
these.
Christmas, chuddies. Thank you, Fume. And now, back to the video. So, what actually is MEMRI TV? Well, MEMRI, or the Middle East Media Research Institute, is an American non-profit established in 1998.
Now I got the meaning of the...
And it was created
I
by,
see.
wait for it, 2 ex-Israeli intelligence officers, because of course it fucking was. But regardless, the stated objective of MEMRI is, as the name may suggest, to research and monitor the Middle East by translating as much forms of media in the region as possible, including news programs, tabloid television like cooking shows, and even propaganda pieces from literal terrorist groups. Because truthfully, I don't think most jihadis are great at English. Let alone any
Justice for the people. How do you guys get the cute cubes? It's on the emotes of the channel. Yeah.
other de facto lingua franca beyond Arabic. Now, having said that, due to the time period that MEMRI TV was founded in, you can only imagine what their main focus was on, especially with who founded them, but also who was needing their services. Indeed, the jihadis can't speak English, but in the same vein, the average American can't speak Arabic. And with all that Iraq malarkey kicking off, the average Yankoid was becoming a lot more curious about it. Then 9/11 happened, and wouldn't you know it, all of the Yanks became very, very curious about it. As a result, MEMRI was very quickly becoming the prime insight for anything and everything Arab, with their patrons being the likes of Fox News and other kosher right platforms, providing media and reports translated from the aforementioned Arabic, alongside the likes of Turkish, Farsi, Pashto, Urdu, and Chinese, all neatly packaged and beamed right into your feeds, while some tomato man huffs and puffs about how we need to give a lot more money to Raytheon right fucking now. Unsurprisingly, the demand for such things multiplied a lot post 9/11, due to the subsequent war on terror being all the rage in the American psyche, in a lot more ways than one, with MEMRI being the metaphorical bad guy whisperer for Uncle Sam, with both Civvy and Squaddy alike benefiting from the translations from the Yakadans media into a normal Nedic tongue, as they had long since moved past the poetry and diplomacy of the curved sword into something a little bit more abstract. Yes, I have been rediscovering Elder Scrolls lore. How could you tell?
I cannot tell because I don't know the lore.
But that's by the by. Because, to be quite frank, nobody really actually gives a shit about the history and intended usage for MEMRI TV. None of you actually care deep down. You're here for something else. You've probably seen some of the footage from MEMRI that just has to absolutely be fake. Because there is no way that those fuckers are this absurd, right? After all, a large amount of the memorabilia in circulation is technically doctored to be even more absurd than they already are naturally by funny internet people that make me shit my britches every single time they depict themselves as the Nordic gamer Chad and me as the irate Cobson. Surely a bunch of the translations in these memes and videos must be fake. Well, I am very happy to tell you that you are not only slacking and reneging on your New Year's resolutions already, you fucking slob, but you are also dead fucking wrong. Because MEMRI TV has very quickly gained the reputation for supposedly showcasing some of the most ridiculous aspects of modern Middle Eastern culture, with there being just so many clippable and quotable excerpts that I would be sitting here for probably hours just rattling them off. And I'm not going to do that. So instead, I'm just going to show you a massive compilation of some of my favourites. Now, let us start with an absolute classic and arguably the most well-known piece of memorabilia. The shoe post. Unlike the aforementioned Albanian post, this one is entirely
What? I will give it the taste of my shoe? What?
real and an excerpt taken from an actual live TV debate involving one Mahmoud Shaban, an Egyptian sheikh and professor of the Salafist persuasion, who came on the show to boast the virtue and righteousness of true Sharia law. And he came to boast this upon his adversary, journalist Islam al-Buhairi, who was giving some pushback to his convictions. And then Mahmoud proceeded to have something of an absolute fucking crash out live on air, resulting in the two men just sort of, well, just see for yourself.
إلا سلقتك بحد لساني وأنا أمسك نفسي قدر طاقتي. طول النهار في السلق؟ لأنك تستحق هذا. وأنا ما عنديش لسان.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in front of the... Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
Well, just see for yourself.
We cannot miss this, right?
Elf.
إلا سلقتك بحد لساني وأنا أمسك نفسي قدر طاقتي. طول النهار في السلق؟ لأنك تستحق هذا. وأنا ما عنديش لسان. لا تصمد أمامي. تحت الهوا هوريك السموم. تحت الهوا هوريك السموم. تحت الهوا. والله تأدب. تحت الهوا. والله لي حذاء. لا. والله العظيم ثلاثة. أقسم بالله. أمسح بيك البلاط. لي حذاء ألبس. أنت يا عيني اتدمرت للدرجة. والله لي حذاء ألبس.
هي دي أخلاقكم. I can't believe that.
أنا مبسوط إنك بتعمل كده قدام الناس. هي دي أخلاقكم. تأدب. هي دي أخلاق. أنا أعلمك الأدب وأعلم جماعتك كلها.
A very fun fact about Mr. Shaban is he is currently in an Egyptian prison serving out a sentence of 15 years for supposedly joining and inciting terrorism in favour of the Free Syrian Army, which is a prescribed terror group within the Egyptian state. Now, before all you Yankoids start performatively moulding over this, I do need to remind you that the handle of free does not always mean good. You know, like free housing or free...
Yeah, actually nothing free is actually good. By the way, and there is also something else. Usually when you receive something for free, the products can be even yourself. You're not receiving that actually for free. And also, yeah, there is that as well.
Healthcare. Because the Free Syrian Army are, just putting it very bluntly, not very nice people, who, due to existing in Syria, have to do some rather bad fucking things to stay alive, including strategic friendliness with the likes of ISIS and supposedly employing child soldiers. That, however, is not only a whole can of worms, but it's also not what this video is about. Now, as you may extrapolate from this, political debate in the MEMRI-verse can be quite volatile, with the seeming majority of civil discourse characteristically breaking down into either a weirdly zealous shouting match or just an outright tard brawl.
Oh, come on, wait.
Either a weirdly zealous shouting match.
Okay, we're gonna watch
just
like
an
this,
outright
okay?
tard brawl.
Better.
Showcasing that despite the widespread proliferation of Western etiquette and ethical standards, that abstract woo-woo shite goes right to the wind the second that Mustafa Gub Al-Jalani gives you that evil eye from across the table. Mind you, this is not even exclusive to the topic of the small hat people. It's with just about literally fucking anything. But speaking of which, actually, because of reasons I don't think I need to explain, whenever the concept of Judaism or Israel come up, the aforementioned phenomena also seems to manifest with some added vitriol due to, well, geopolitical circumstances that we are all currently very familiar with. And they don't just take potshots on the news stage either. Observe here,
I would know that.
Very wholesome and titillating children's TV show titled The Pioneers of Tomorrow, which is a children's TV show created by Hamas.
هو السلام الإسلام.
Wait, what? What?
مو احنا لازم نعرف حبايبنا الأطفال أيضا إنه اليهود المجرمين قاعدين بخططوا وبيعملوا أنفاق من تحت إيش المسجد الأقصى المبارك عشان إيش يسووا؟ نسيت إيش بدهم يعملوا الهي بدهم يحطوا بدل قبة الصخرة الهي إيش اسمه؟
هيكل المزعوم.
احنا بدنا تقولون على اليهود. احنا بدنا ندافع عن الأقصى بأرواحنا وبدمائنا ولا لا يا سنابل؟
قوة. نحن قلنا أكثر من مرة بأن أستاذية العالم تتطلب التالي: أولا أن نكون سعداء بلغتنا العربية التي سادت في يوم من الأيام هذا العالم.
طبعا.
Yes, really, that is an actual children's
God.
TV show being aired by fucking Hamas that has young school children professing their desire to engage in righteous jihad against the state of Israel, with a Mickey Mouse rip-off character named Farfour encouraging children to annihilate the Jews. And arguably, the funniest part is that there is in fact a reason that the bee isn't in it. Let me have Al Jazeera explain what I mean by that.
This is not like they are sense true, right? I mean, come on, guys.
The rabbit replaces Nahul the bee, who gets his fun from tormenting cats and from throwing stones at a caged
poor
lion.
cat, man.
The children get to watch Nahul's antics for several minutes before the show delivers the moral of the story. Don't try this at home. But Nahul didn't leave the show because of his naughty behaviour. The young viewers are told that the cuddly bee died because the Israeli siege on Gaza prevented him from reaching a hospital.
Yes, really. Netanyahu must pay for what happened to the bee. But that is just the tip of the iceberg, because it turns out that Hamas do not have the sole monopoly on children's television. No, because in the MEMRI verse, there is another. The fucking Houthis have also made a children's TV show.
أريد المعرفة عن أشد أعداء المسلمين مكرا وحقدا. هل تقصد اليهود؟ ومن غيرهم بهذه الصفات؟
نحن الآن في أوروبا في أواخر القرن ال19 وفي مدينة بودابست. لا بد أن تعلموا أن العالم كان كله يكره اليهود ولا يتقبل العيش معهم حتى في أوروبا لسوء أخلاقهم وغدرهم وخيانتهم واحتكارهم للسلع والبضائع في أوقات الشدة، فالجميع لا يستطيع العيش معهم أو تقبلهم.
أقترح أن يكون هيرتزل رئيسا عاما للحركة الصهيونية.
شكرا لكم جميعا. إن انتخابي رئيسا للحركة الصهيونية هو تشريف لي، وهو بداية الطريق لتحقيق ما نحلم به جميعا: السيطرة على العالم اقتصاديا وسياسيا.
I'm assuming you've all got the gist of it by now. It turns out that those Muslims really don't like the Jews that much. Well, what about Christians?
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be explained. I think we all know that very well, even without the story.
Well, while they don't hate them nearly as much as they hate the Jews, they are still not exactly fond of them. Especially one Hamas fellow that really has it out for Santa for presumably being on the naughty list.
وبابا نويل هذا شخصية تتمتع بالدعابة ورجل ظريف يتناول الحلوى والإهداءات ليؤثر في الناس. وصورة بابا نويل هذه تعتبر غزو إلى بلاد المسلمين لأنهم يريدون أن يرسخوا شخصية بابا نويل.
But hey, those are hot button topics that are peddled by either fringe Islamic scholars or literal terror groups. What about something a little bit more formal? Like, say, the Jordanian parliament, who for whatever reason decided to have them.
I mean, it's not like he's wrong though, totally, but I mean, come on. They are not saints. We all know that. None dead and not their sore enemies. None of those true groups are actually saints.
Themselves a nice and civil debate on the concept of women's rights. What could possibly happen?
To be honest, if we consider that as groups, like they are not even close to saints, they are more close to demons. Or demons themselves.
يعد العنوان الفصل الثاني من الدستور بإضافة عبارة والأردنيات بعد كلمة الأردنيين الواردة فيه. قرار اللجنة القانونية موافقة.
Are you even surprised? Like, all I have to say at this point is it's very good to see the elected representatives of Parliament be so passionate about such issues. It almost makes me believe that democracy could actually work and that one day we could be unshackled from the self-imposed hell that is women's suffrage. But that's just fantastical thinking because, as we all know, women's rights is hell that is women's suffrage.
There are two ways we get out of this. One is billions dead, oceans of blood, and continents turned to dust. The other one involves being a little mean and saying no to women sometimes. Is he even wrong?
But that's just fantastical thinking because, as we all know, women's rights, unfortunately, aren't going anywhere anytime soon because far too many men have forsaken the holy bro code.
I like how you guys did this, L. Very nice.
In lieu of simping and white knighting in the hopes of getting the elusive, racist tradwife Quirk Chungus. And instead becoming enthralled by the badly disguised Vantaskank succubi that prowl among us. Pray for them. I mean, wallahi. But at the end of the day, that's all just politics. The Middle East has weird and volatile politics. Shocking, I know. But do you know what else is shocking?
I mean, there are already billions dead by the hands of the woman. By abortion, for example. Gen Z, you know? Where is Gen Z by already? It's the hugest genocide in human history.
Shocking. The paranormal. Indeed, the Middle East is no stranger to the metaphysical, being healthily skeptical of it and allowing to air a live possession of a jinn. All the while, a certified medical man tries to debunk the harrowing and unholy experience unfolding before him. The following footage is very disturbing, so please look away if you are easily perturbed by spooky jinn.
يا جماعة الكاميرا
ده ممثل مش معلوش جن. ده ممثل معلوش جن. ده بيمثل. ده ممثل كذاب. ده كذاب. ده كذاب لا عليه جن ولا حاجة. وبعدين دي يعني
حضرتك عرفت منين؟ طب يا جماعة البتاع هيشوفوا.
يا أستاذة منى. تخلف عقلي بقى.
I'll give you a moment to collect yourself after that.
Admit
I still get shivers in the shits just from watching that. Also, women behave in a very similar way when they are drinking gin. And to think that if it wasn't for the brave acts of the translators, this entire scene could very easily have been memory holed. Let's hear the opinions of an imam to weigh in on how to deal with such mental health episodes.
كلنا نعرف أنه بعض الرجال يصيب مرض نفسي اسمه الساتزم، وبعض النساء كذلك يصيبهم أمراض نفسية الماسوشيزم. طيب ما هو علاج هذه الأمراض النفسية؟ الضرب.
Yes, I concur. Anyways, I'm becoming rather peckish now after trying to weave and segue through these random clips for you. So, why don't we channel our inner Randy Marsh and tune in?
You know what's more fun is the way that they speak those things. Like, they speak it. They really speak in a way that seems like they are joking. It seems a complete joke, but it's not. It's real crazy.
Into a nice and wholesome cooking show. After all, I love food so much that I'm convinced I would die without it. Luckily for the both of us, brother Mohammed Fawzi is just the man for the job.
يوسف السلام عليكم. يوسف.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
يا أهلا بيك يا أهلا بيك، اتفضل.
أهلا بيك أهلا بيك. العجينة دي من حليب طبيعي من حليب الوهابيات ولا حليب أم المؤمنين عائشة؟
تصدق إن أنت راجل نادل قوي، عشان أنت كل مرة تخش باسم تاني، بتخش باسم سني وبتخش باسم راجل محترم، وبنستقبلك على التليفون انك انت انسان محترم وبتحترم، حتى لو كنت انت راجل شيعي، وحتى لو كنت انت بتعتقد اعتقاد غير اعتقاد المسلمين، فيجب احترام المسلمين يا ندل. مش هقول اكتر من كده. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل فيك. بقول له حتى لو هو على اعتقاد خاطئ او على اعتقاد صح، يعني ما هو يعني هو لازم يعني، ما هم كفايه ان هم على خطأ، يعني احنا مش عايزين نتكلم يعني بيخش باسم مصطفى، باسم محمد، باسم احمد. انت لو راجل صح يعني، خش باسم كاظم، خش بالاسماء بتاعتكم احنا نفهم ان انت مين بالظبط يعني.
I just wanted to watch some cooking, man. But yeah, just like back in the day when people would prank call C-SPAN, one of the absolute best bits in the MEMRI-verse is the repeated prank calls and harassment of Brother Fawzi by just anonymous shitters who are weirdly obsessed with the breast milk of Muhammad's child bride. I don't know what beef they had, but what I do know is that Brother Fawzi fucking loves Saddam Hussein.
لو في حكم اسلامي صح، لو في حكم اسلامي صح يعني انتوا مش هيكون لكم وجود ان شاء الله. واتقوا الله كده وخليكم كويسين يعني. انا عشت في العراق 4 سنين ونص، كان اجمل ايام حياتي، والله يرحمه صدام حسين، الله يرحمه، ما كانش مطلع عليكم صوت.
So what the fuck can I honestly say about MEMRI TV? Well, other than the fact that it's controversial for supposedly hamming up its translations and conveniently nitpicking the most sensational and frankly ridiculous clips to further worsen the already fairly tattered reputation of the Middle East, all I can genuinely say about the MEMRI-verse is it's fucking amazing. It's so fucking good. Like, genuinely, past the point, I don't even care about whether or not it's actually faithfully translated or curated. It is funny as
Yeah, I have to agree. It was so fucking fun. I'm sorry, but it was so freaking fun.
fuck, and it's easily one of the most memeable formats that I'm aware of. In fact, here's just a bunch of random clips from MEMRI TV.
یه دانش آموز خوبم مهم برای ما میتونه چه کارهای انجام بده؟ چه کارهای مهمی میتونه انجام بده؟
میتونه کمکمون کنه که اسرائیل رو نابود کنیم.
قول
عنبر.
نعم.
كل شيء كالكلب.
I mean, we cannot ignore that this is all serious. Everything that they believe is serious, like what they said, like death to America and everything. Yeah, they are that serious, but come on, look at this, man. Look at this. what the actual fuck is this, then? Why the actual fuck are I watching?
عفوا نحن لم نسمع.
ليه ملح؟ علشان مفيش اي دليل على وجود ربنا، اي دليل علمي.
عندك الحاد، عندك كفر، ما ينفعش ان انا نخلي ده. انا بقى اسف جدا وبتاسف لمشاهديني ان يكون معايا شاب مصري.
شوف حبيبي، هي انت محتاج تتعالج نفسيا.
Here I know exactly what kind of psychiatric treatment that they are gonna give him. We all know that, you know, a very tall building.
مرض نفسي بينتاب كثير من الشباب نتيجة لظروف معينة في أسرهم، ظروف مادية، ظروف معنوية.
طب انا هاخد بالك يا شيخ. طب انت محمد فعلا زي ما بقول لك يا شيخ محمود، انت فعلا رحت لدكتور نفسي. انا بنصحك على الهوا ان حضرتك تطلع من هنا دلوقتي على مستشفى الامراض العقليه تكشف عن نفسك.
اما اجراء العقد فهذا امر يعني ليس له سن معين في اجراء العقد. يعقد على، حتى يمكن ان يعقد على فتاة عمرها
what the fuck؟
سنة زمان، مش 9 سنين ولا 7 سنين ولا 8 سنين.
في هذه الحلقة على اشتراط الاعتراف بيهودية الدولة على الشعب الفلسطيني، وأنطلق في الحديث عن هذا الموضوع من قول الله تعالى عنهم إن شر الدواب عند الله الذين كفروا فهم لا يؤمنون الذين عاهدت منهم ثم ينقضون عهدهم في كل مرة وهم لا يتقون. إذن السؤال الذي يطرح نفسه ما الحل مع هذه الشرذمة من البشر؟ إن سورة الأنفال تجيب على هذا السؤال، إذ إنه سبحانه وتعالى بعد أن قال الذين عاهدت منهم ثم ينقضون عهدهم في كل مرة وهم لا يتقون، قال فإما تثقفنهم في الحرب فشرد بهم من خلفهم لعلهم يذكرون، وهي إشارة إلى وجوب الإثخان فيهم لكسر شوكتهم ولمنع فسادهم في الأرض.
شون العصر تزوج 28 مرة وأنجب 35 ابن وابنة أكبرهم سماح 24 سنة.
Wait, what? Wait, what? That was too fast. What? He got married 28 times and has fathered 35 sons and daughters.
وأنجب 35 ابنا وابنة أكبرهم سماح 24 سنة وأصغرهم سيد 3 سنوات.
يماسي 15 مرة بتقرير طبي كله
15 مرة اجتماع جنسي مع زوجاتك. ده كل يوم
طبعا. واللي النية كلها
بتحس انها بتديك قوه اكتر او شيء ولا الاكل بيأثر؟
هو البني ادم العادي اساسا ما يقدرش يشرب سمنه او
Guys, is that even possible?
ياكل ليه نيه.
مظبوط.
لو مش اكل ليه نيه يتعب ممكن يموت فيها كمان.
I mean, is that physically possible to you guys?
عايز ارجع لموضوع المعاشرة الزوجية ده. 15 مرة في اليوم
ان شاء الله.
Now I know that this was just a little random short video of us just watching a bunch of clips together, but this video was for me. Not you, me. You were just along for the ride whilst I got to stroll down memory lane for a little bit and tell this camera about my favourite memories whilst I fantasise about the universe in which the Middle East is actually a real place. Because the more and more I watch MEMRI TV, the less I'm convinced that the Middle East actually even exists.
What the fuck was that? Oh my god. I don't know what to say, honestly. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say anymore. Oh, what the fuck was this? Oh. Damn, just a reminder to you guys, like, join our Discord server. You'll be part of the amazing Foxlings community. Support Foxling, links below. Ko-Fi, Patreon, or through the Kick by gifting subs and etc. I'm totally screwed with Vtuber, so I depend on you guys' support. Stay here, and that's it. Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube, and especially my 5-Tail Fox Style member, the Holy Ball, and to all of my 3-Tail Fox Style members, Wallony Wolf, Fanny Sylvie, Eat Himself, Sheila Not Serious, Eustace the Useful, Zealous Isaiah, Ala Rosas, Max Tenor, Nugutino, Avery, Halcyonic Eder, and TV8. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone that have been supporting me on Ko-Fi, Kick, and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. And that's it for today, my dear Foxlings. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.